Sorry about that. This is Pastor Eric Brookins. It's good to see you. If I didn't freak you out too much and you didn't turn off the tape or the video, the tape. You can tell I'm from the 80s, can't you? When you say tape and record. Of course, record's kind of for back then. Anyway, thanks for taking a moment to listen. We've got some great things coming up. Easter weekend is coming, but first of all, this weekend is Passion Week. And if you've never had the Lord's Supper on Passion Week, this is the week that Jesus came in. We celebrate Jesus coming in on Palm Sunday, and then all the things that happened that week, and then the Lord's Supper together, and he washed the disciples' feet, and then he went to the cross, and then next week we celebrate his resurrection, how he rose again. So this weekend, all three services will be taking the Lord's Supper together. And so we're going to do that on Saturday night at 6 o'clock at First Baptist Church of Port St. John. And First Baptist Church Port St. John has been great. It's so great to partner with churches that understand that we're all on the same team. And so it's been great. And First Baptist Church and Andrew there have done a great job, and we appreciate y'all. And if any of y'all are watching this. And anyway, so 6 o'clock Saturday night, we'll have the Lord's Supper together. And then 9 and 10:30 at the Port St. John Community Center, we'll have the Lord's Supper this weekend. It is a great time. If you've never done that, we're going to talk about everything the week entails. And then next week is when all of our CEOs come. That's our Christmas and Easter only people. And next week, if you're a believer, if you're a part of our church and if you're part of our church and you're a member, we encourage you to go out of your way to make Easter not just about you, but to understand that this is the weekend that you can invite friends and you can invite neighbors, and many of them will come to know Christ. Many of them will become part of Surfside, because God did not create you to live the Christian life alone. I know that you can go out and worship on the river. I know that you can go and worship other places. But if you look in the Bible over and over, there's tons of one another passages, because we need each other. We don't feel like we need each other when everything's going okay, but when life is tough and things are difficult and you get sick or you're in the hospital or something goes on, listen, we need each other. And if you don't need somebody, they may need you. And God has given you gifts to use. With that in mind, we have been giving out already hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of doorknob hangers that you can just take to your neighbors, and maybe you can run up and ding the doorbell and run away, but I'm not bailing you out. Somebody wrote me this week and said they broke into a couple of houses. I'm not bailing you out. So anyway, I thought that was funny. But we've got those. We got some more, a few hundred more of those. And so if you want to take some, I've already had one of my neighbors who came to me and asked me about Easter. So prayer walk your neighborhood and then ask God to give you 10 people to drop those off, and then 2 people specifically to invite to church. Because God uses it when you invite people. They say over 80% of people who are personally invited to church will come. So go out of your way to do that, to personally invite friends and neighbors. And we have a church where we understand environments. So we understand that we're going to have guests every week, and we create environments so that when you bring people and they come to church, they're not going to hear a bunch of words that they've never heard. They're not going to get this Christianity that they don't understand. Everything is going to be placed in such a way that the Bible talks about this whole idea that then they can hear about God's Word. Then they can be convicted by His Spirit. So anyway, Easter's going to be awesome. There's great things coming up there. And then Mother's Day's right around the corner. We're going to have baby dedication, and that's going to be awesome. Easter morning, by the way, wanted to tell you, the children are going to have an Easter egg hunt. No pushing, no shoving, not a big performance. It's going to be a simple, old-fashioned Easter egg hunt, my favorite kind. And then we're also going to have... in their time, they're going to be acting out the resurrection of the Lord. And the kids, it's an interactive play they're going to be doing. During that time, it's going to be great for your kids. They're going to be doing a little craft thing together, and April will be talking to them. And so April has done a great job in the children's ministry. If you can help with the children, that'd be great. Also, if you have Easter eggs with candy, not chocolate, it's going to be hot. If you could bring those into the office by next Tuesday, that would be awesome. Last but not least, our youth are having a hot dog fundraiser this weekend. Also, there's a yard sale coming up. So if you have anything that you want to donate to the yard sale for our summer camp this summer, we're doing mission camp again this summer, that would be great. Listen, it's easy in life to get distracted by so many things. It's easy in life to get our eyes on ourselves. It's easy for us to get our eyes on others. It's easy for us to look at those past hurts. It's easy for us to get focused on unforgiveness, because there's people who hurt us and do things that are evil. There are evil people in the world. And yet God calls us to push all those things back and put our eyes on Him and say, I'm going to run my race. So I want to encourage you, run your race today. Do what God's called you to do. In Philippians 3, it talks that whole idea of running the race that He set before you. He has a prize for you. So don't get focused on this other stuff, and begin praying for your neighbors, praying for your friends. And if you haven't been to church in a while, listen, this time of year is a great time to come back to church. There's lots of folks who haven't been in years and years, and we'd love you to come. Thanks for taking a moment to listen. Once again, my name is Pastor Eric Brookins. You can check out our website at thesurfsidefellowship.com. We'd love to hear from you. I also have several Facebook pages, so feel free to Google those and you'll find us. Thanks for taking a minute. Send me a note, send me an email. We'd love to see you this Sunday. Thanks for taking a moment to listen. God bless you and keep you. Have a great week. Keep your eyes on Him. Thanks.